Come on, baby girl, let's go take a ride. We're taking off somewhere, let's go chill and vibe. You say you're my rib and you Nelly my side. We're saving this shit out like Bonnie and Clyde. Come on, baby, make it do what it do. I ain't gon' lie, girl, you know you the truth. The shit for life, girl, you know you my boo. We go together like.
Welcome everybody to your Mental Matters podcast. I'm your host Gwen, and this episode is part 2 of the episode that was previously recorded with this. I am spinning the block back, if you will, to speak more on energy, because a lot of that episode previously was a lot about me. And I didn't feel like I spoke more with you guys. I think it was something that I was trying to get out on my own. So I decided to circle back, and we're going to talk about energy, and we're going to talk about motivation. And first of all, we're going to talk about these wood burnings right here. And y'all see the Mental Matter podcast little thing out here. And I'm out here. Right on. These wood burnings, believe it or not, I did these myself. I do this. That's what I do. It's for my little zen, you know. We coming along. But first and foremost, how are you guys doing? Always leave your comments. Let me know what's going on. If there's anything that you guys would like to talk about, I would love to talk to you guys about it. Just leave it in the comments and we'll do that. As I said before, I am also going to start having people come and talk with me. This is not going to just be a one-sided thing. As you've seen in the previous post, I had Ashley come on. She came to talk with me about energy and stuff. And I will have other people to come along in further episodes as we get this thing rolling a lot more. But let's get into it. Energy. I believe that your energy is within yourself. Like, if you're a positive person, everything about you and the energy that you have is positive. So is the energy that you bring. That means that you are hopeful, that you're looking for the silver linings in things, that you're encouraging, that the vibe that you give off to other people is comforting, and that they feel that they can gravitate to you because they feel some form of comfort within you, because you have a peaceful and a positive energy about you. I myself, I try to be that way. We all fall short of the glory sometimes, because we really, really do. But, it's always good to try to be that way. And as we go on into the podcast, we are going to speak more about how to fix your energies and, the things to motivate you to try to move on from that. But again, energy, I think, is like something that's just deeply within yourself. Like, you can be around negative people, but that doesn't mean that you necessarily have to be negative. Their energy might be negative. Those are people that just, there's really no word for those type of people. Like, you just really don't have a word for them type of people. I want to say evil, but I don't want to be harsh. It's a word for just negative people. Like, your energy is just negative. It doesn't really just necessarily mean that you're evil. You could be broken. You could be, something could have hurt you or something. And, you could be traumatized by a situation. And that's what's making you be in your negative. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily evil. It's a word for that, but we're gonna call it negative.
So what do you do to unblock the energy?
What do I do?
What can you do to unblock that negative energy?
What do I do?
Yeah, I mean, you can speak on yourself.
What do I do? What do I do? I was asked by one of my video directors, what do I do to block my energy? Or negative, to unblock the negative. To block it or to unblock it?
To unblock the negative energy. What do you
Why do I want to unblock negative energy? Why would I? If anything, I would want to block it. I wouldn't want to have it.
How do you block the negative energy?
I don't.
What do you mean you don't?
I don't.
You just leave it?
It is what it is.
But all people don't have that mind mentality. So how can other people block that negative energy?
I mean, what I would suggest, honestly, for people to honestly do, in my own personal opinion, because it took me time to get here. Because let's not act like I've always been a nature person. I've always been a person that just been like, it is what it is. But to be here by energy, it was a process. So what I did, I prayed. Prayer. I shifted a lot of my energy and gave it to God. Because there are some things in life that you honestly don't have control over. And why put yourself in something that you don't necessarily have to control over? In science, everybody will say that you have control over everything. And by science, you kind of do. But in life and through universe, you kind of don't. Because you're not waking up every day thinking that, hey, while I'm driving down the road, my car is about to cut off. You know that day is the day that your car, that's just not something that, some things are it's universal and some things are it's scientific. But whatever with that, I prayed. I started to write. I started to do a lot of writing to myself. I would write things, the things that I would feel. I would write the things that I would feel, and after I would write those things, I would erase them or delete them out my phone because it felt like I got it out. But it suppressed it. And if you guys would watch the previous episode, you would see what was going on. I did a lot of positive things. Like, I don't draw, but I do draw. Again, I started doing the wood burning. I started this podcast. It was ways to get through things, to try to get through, to just move and navigate away from things that are negative, to put myself in a positive place, because I like to encourage people and I like to stay in positive. So the best thing to do is to constantly put yourself what's in positive. If you always are looking to block something that is negative, you will always be just focused on what's negative. I don't have time to be focusing on what I need to be blocking that's negative. I need to be focusing on what's going on to make me positive, to make me better, to make me elevate, to make me be, to make me be as successful as I'm seeing in the vision that I have, as well as everybody else out here. I don't think you meant unblock.
I meant block.
The word you was looking for was block, man.
Yeah. Well, do you think you can have several different energies at one time?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
And how does that, with you having several different energies at one time, like, how can that affect your life? Like, if you have a piece of a positive energy and you're trying to stay positive, but that negative keeps coming right back.
You mean, how do I'm fighting in between them?
Yeah.
How do I balance them out?
Yeah, how do you balance the negative and positive energy that you're receiving at the same time? Because it's pulling you two different ways So, how would you balance that?
Mantras, prayers, affirmations. I tell myself that I am better than my situation. Just because you in a situation doesn't necessarily mean that you are your situation. And if you are in a negative situation, or you being thrown negative while you're constantly trying to be positive, you don't have to necessarily be within that negative, because that doesn't necessarily have to be your situation, because you can try to balance that out, because sometimes you can't help the universe. Things just happen and your mood can change just like that, and I get it because mine does it every day constantly. So I get it, but you do have a way to try to balance that out. And some people honestly can't balance it out. And that's what this podcast is for us to talk about the things that you might feel. Because somebody out there right now is like, you know what? I am happy, but I'm at work and I want to punch Miss Shirley in her face. For real. You don't even know why you want to punch Miss Shirley in her face. It's just a positive and a negative feeling that you have right then at that moment. You don't even know why you're feeling that way. You know? And that goes back to my first episode on learning to be self-aware of what's going on with you. You have to start learning what is going on within you. You will start, if you go and look inside yourself and see what's in there with you first, you will start to notice what's positive and what's negative. You might not like what you see, because a lot of us don't like what we see. But it's always good to go do that. You know? That goes with saying that you're trying to go out for this job or this career path. You're going to do everything that you know you can to get to where you want to go. But why won't you spend that energy on yourself? You do whatever it is that you have to do to get there. Why won't you take that time out and spend that on you? Because you ain't going to be able to enjoy that or get to that or be there if stress kills you. If depression ends up killing you. If you done committed a crime or did something to try to step over somebody's toes to get there, and now you in jail, so you ain't never going to see your career. What good is it going to do you? If you don't go and get within yourself to find out what is positive and what is negative within you, for you to try to find out ways to learn to heal from there, that's your starting point. And this is a step that we all have to learn to take every day. You don't want to build a wall in a day. Lay down a brick every day. You know, if you do one step a day, you did something. You can congratulate yourself. You can love yourself for that, because you are not who you were the day before. You tried to do something else. And that is what's positive energy, because it makes you feel better. It gives you a lot of happiness within yourself, because you gained that on your own. Nobody gained that to you. You gave that all to yourself. So the happiness in it, it's a lot more than what your girlfriend could give you, or your boyfriend could give you, or your child could give you, or a family member could give you. It is a lot more, because it was self-inflicted to yourself. And it gives you like a fire that makes you want it, and a crave that you will want it more, so you will end up wanting to be more positive, and you will want to do more things, and you will want to stay in that space. But first, we have to start learning to become self-aware of what is positive and what may be negative within ourselves, so we can learn to sift those out, so we can learn to heal from what is negative, so we can learn to live in what is positive. Because there might be a lot of things that might be positive in y'all lives right now, And y'all can't see it because so many negative things are going on in your life. There really might be something positive that might be going on in your life right now, but you can't even see it because it looks so much like all the negative things that follow you in your life.
Good point. Good point.
Everything that you're looking for in your blessings and stuff that you've been fighting for, that you've been trying to have and stuff, might be sitting dead in your face, but you are so overwhelmed from everything that is going on negatively in your life. You cannot see your positive because of the negative that you got going on in your life. Learn to sort through that. Some things that we want to try to do when we're trying to shift the negative into positive, we want to try to set goals. Set some type of goal, start those that are a little bit lazy because, I'm going to be honest, I do it myself. I'll be lazy real quick. Set a goal, post it up somewhere so where you can see it all the time. Check on yourself and see how far you done progress with it. If you feel like, hey, I've been trying to lose 10 pounds, put that up there and see how you done progressed and see how far you can go with that. Just give yourself the energy because it can come from anywhere, because something simple could mean something major in your life and you really don't know, because sometimes we get so consumed with everything that is negative in us that all we feel is negative. So we feel like we got hope, but we really don't be having that hope. Like we just go on with the flow. Like we just deal with it because that's just life. We lose ourselves in what is, what's the reality of life right now. We don't have no faith like that, like we supposed to have the faith that we, that things can get better, that we supposed to manifest good things. And we don't, because we are surrounded by so many things that is negative in this world right now. Not only privately in our own homes, but just worldwide, period. Because it takes a toll and it has an impact on everybody. But I can be on energy all day. Another thing about energy before I let this subject go. Be careful about the people that you be around. There are people that do not know that their energy is not good energy. They don't know that. They really don't know that. You can get in somebody's car and they could have been having an argument with a spouse, a coworker, or anything on their way to pick you up. And you sit down in that car and the negative energy that they had will rub off on you. So when you get into your job and you about to clock in, you just mad at everybody for no reason. And you don't understand why you mad at everybody for no reason. Bad energies, bad spirits. You gotta understand. You gotta understand that you could be on the phone with somebody. They could be gossiping and you on every type of thought of, I don't want to gossip today. I don't want to deal with that. I'm trying to change my life. I'm trying to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to deal with listening to somebody else's stuff, and when I'm trying to deal with my own stuff, but the phone ring and you follow up into the gossip and it's negative. If that energy is negative and that spirit is negative, it can seep through that phone. Please believe it will. Be aware of what you surround yourself around. One of the biggest things that I say a lot of times, and I say it in my house all the time, is to surround yourself with people of purpose and not to purposely surround yourself with people. Because why do you always want to be around people on purpose? We're around people on purpose every single day. But why can we not try to surround ourselves with people of purpose? because I want to be around people that's doing things that'll make me want to continue to do things, that's living in a positive light, that's got something going good for themselves, not just people because we related or we homeboys and we homegirls, or we, we've been down for each other, or we, what I'm saying, we went to school together or something like that. You don't want to be around people like that forever, because sometimes that just ain't necessarily the thing. It'll mess up your own path, and that can knock off your energy. You don't even know why your energy off, but it's because you done gave out your energy to everybody else that you couldn't give no energy for yourself.
That definitely answered my question.
Did it now? What was your question?
You answered it. You answered several of them, actually. The original one was, how do you block that negative energy? You answered that. You answered a lot of questions that I had. You answered all of them.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm on an energy thing. I'm serious. I'm on my own energy cleanse, and the more I learn, the more I will spread. Right now I've done a personal and private cleanse to stay away from everybody and everything for a while. It doesn't matter. It's just for me and myself, because there's some things that I need to do, and sometimes there's things that other people need to do. Just because it works for me doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work for you guys. But I will tell you guys the things that I find out. I've also learned to start writing down in a journal the things that I feel. And going through therapy, I do that virtually. So I'm told to write down something and send it about something that I feel good and bad. And that's something that you guys can do to start learning to let go, to fill yourself up with positive energy. Because if you let go of something negative, you can put something positive inside of it. To replace what was negative. We want to replace everything negative with everything that can be positive in your life, no matter what it is. We don't have to know, personally. We just want to be able to help each other, love each other, and be there for one another, to let each other know that we're here and we can do that.
Boy, them journals will help out a lot. Especially for people that have bad anxiety and not want to talk to anybody. Your journal can be your best friend.
Yeah, I've never been a writer, though. This
Sometimes
is something new to me.
They don't know how to write. But when you're writing, writing is something that's free. You don't have to be in front of anybody when you write. It's just you and yourself. You can be real with yourself on that piece of paper. Something that you can't do if you're in front of a therapist. So getting out all of that writing and just being able to talk to somebody, even if it's on the piece of paper, that relinquishes a lot. That relinquishes like a whole lot of feelings that you might be holding in that you don't think nobody else is listening to.
I get it. I wasn't a writer. My thing when I was younger, what I would do, because I didn't know how to deal with depression and anger. I actually didn't know that those actually were a thing. I just knew that I felt bad and I was angry and a lot of stuff was going on in my life. But what I did was I bought me a practice pad and I played drums. I played drums in high school. I played quads. I was really big in percussion, and music was my escape. I went to school for it, but I didn't move on. But what happened? Anyway, thought we had some technical difficulties. We are about to move on to motivation because we'll talk about energy on this whole episode, and that's not what I was trying to do. Things that I know that are motivating is encouraging. Like, encourage people to be better. If you can get out and encourage somebody, that might be all that they need. Some people just need to hear an encouraging word to inspire them, to get them to move a little bit further into being a better person, because they may feel like nobody cares about what they have going on. It might help them get to the goal that they set if they hear somebody tell them, I believe in you, you can do it. On here, I want to tell you guys that I believe in you. Whatever it is that you're doing, I want to motivate you. I want to encourage you. I want to uplift you. I want to help you get to the goals that you are trying to reach. You can do it. I am rooting for you. We all have goals in life that we are trying to reach. There are things that we are all trying to do as entrepreneurs. People have good jobs that are trying to get promotions and stuff. I would really, really love for you guys to get them. And if we all grind, we'll get there. I am rooting for you guys. Please understand that you're not alone with that, because you have somebody on your team. Motivation is always good to have with people. It's always good to have a team behind you. If you ain't got nobody behind you that's motivating you, but you got people around you that motivate you to get drunk and high and go on vacation and spend money that you don't have, you don't need them. Because you could fill that same spot with people that can motivate you to go invest that money into some property so you can flip it, or show you how to do something with yourself with that money.
And that's the difference between having a good motivation and a bad motivation, because all motivation ain't good. If you know that you got bills to pay and that so-called friend is motivating you to take a trip or motivating you to go out with them to the club,
I'm telling you,
when you know you ain't got the money, make sure you explain the difference between good and bad motivation. What you just said. Good motivation is
good motivation is a person that tries to help you get to where you're trying to go. You can have negative motivation, and negative motivation is the motivation that'll just tell you, hey, I know you got $300 and that's for your rent, but girl, let's go on out here. Or dude, this dude got that zip, you know what I'm saying? And you can flip it and you can make double that back, and then you don't make it back. Or you go gamble that money, or you go do something that you go get your nails done or your hair done or your haircut or whatever. It doesn't matter what it is that you do. There is negative things in life that can motivate you to do something negative, and there are negative things and positive things and positive people that can get you to motivate you to do something positive with yourself. And that was my take on that. What you think?
Yeah, like you said, I think there's two different motivations. There's good and then there's bad. And the good motivation is the people that you are surrounded by. They're going to always push you to do better. The things that you know you're not supposed to be doing are the things that you want to do. I think they're going to help you. They're going to be in your ear like, you can do this, and you know you don't need to be spending this, girl, because because you know you got this to do. And then you got the bad motivation, like we said, encouraging them to spend what they don't have, or you're taking from them mentally because they love you that much. So I think that's what it is. We all got them people that do motivate us in a bad way, and then we all got people that may motivate us in a good way. And if you don't have it, that's why we're here. Let us motivate you. Let us help you through whatever you may be going through. Because not everybody do have that motivation system.
And through that, you have to understand also that with negative and positive motivation, there is self-motivation.
Yeah.
You can motivate your own self. If you are destined to not be around them negative people, you're going to motivate yourself to stay away from them. You're going to feel your time and your energy. It may hurt. You may go through things. You may lose them as friends, family, whatever that is. You may lose them, but you will motivate yourself because you know that you want to be in your own positive light, that you're not going to want to be doing the things that you know that ain't motivating you to be better. So self-motivation is with negative and positive motivation, and self-motivation is a part of negative and positive, because some people self-motivate themselves to do stuff negative.
Yeah, they do.
People, they'll
be like, well, it's just that one time, and they'll be doing it.
We do have those kind of folks on this planet.
Yeah.
So, some people motivate themselves to do the most astronomical things on this planet. But, what we're trying to do is be in the positive light. We don't want to give, we don't want to give negative so much energy that it draws something and just festers up within itself. We don't need that, no way. So that's not what we're gonna do on here. But I actually did enjoy this episode. I really did. The very next episode I'm not sure what we're gonna talk about. You guys can leave some comments in the comment section and let me know some things to talk about. Maybe we'll have a guest. I'll probably try to get a guest to come on and talk either virtually or face-to-face, talking and interviewing. We'll get that going. Be on the lookout for the merch. We have merch coming up, Your Mental Matters merch, and I have some other merch coming out. I also will be having some more things that I'm going to start putting up on the channel as well. And as always, guys, please surround yourself with people of purpose and don't purposely surround yourself with people. You guys be blessed. You guys have an awesome, awesome day.